Well, good morning guys. Today I would like to talk about Pela. So Pela is pretty much the best support for ACHERON by now.
I understand.
Okay, thank you very much. And some of us are still guilty of not building our Pela, even though she was a great free-to-play support since the beginning of the game. So today I'm making you a quick little guide to just tell you all you need to know about Pela. First, her light cones. So there's 3 options for her light cone, this one being the best and other 2 not being so great. They are before the tutorial mission starts, if you have that light cone, and incessant train from Silver Wolf, which are good options, but this one is the best because it allows you to apply debuff on literally every and any attack, so even your basics can apply debuffs with this, which is very important part of Pela's kit if you're using her with ACHERON, because she has to constantly apply debuffs for ACHERON to be able to use her ultimate. So if you have this light cone, level it up at least to 70 and give it to Pela. And the reason why this one is the best, even if you have a 5-star Nihilate light cone, is because this one allows you to apply those debuffs on basic attacks, so you are in positive skill points while you are also making debuffs, and ACHERON gets another point on her ultimate. Another way to apply debuffs is through her skill if you have Eidolon 4. This is a very important Eidolon for Pela, because you want to apply as much debuffs as possible, and just ultimate is not gonna cut it. Her skill removes 1 buff, but if you could have her remove 1 debuff with it, you would have another source of constant debuffs applied, and it can be used on every turn. You might find yourself lacking some skill points, but for such occasions you can just use Sparkle or Gallagher. You can adjust your Gallagher to be skill point friendly. If he has enough speed, he can get quite a lot of turns. A simple rotation for him would just be to use his basic attack, ultimate and basic again, because then you get 2 skill points instead of 1, which you know it's not that significant. He doesn't have as broken of ultimate as a Sparkle to give you 4 skill points, but you get a bonus 1 from his basic attack, and from his ultimate and enhanced basic attack you get 2 more debuffs for ACHERON, so consider putting him in the team too. So for your Pela you want this light cone, you want Eidolon 4. Now let's go over the traces. So the only important traces worth getting are this Secret Strategy major trace. You should level these 2 traces, this one to get additional energy for your Pela to use ultimate as many times as possible, and you should definitely upgrade your ultimate trace because you wanted the defense shred, it's absolutely broken, and is the only reason we used Pela even before ACHERON came. Now we use her because she can apply debuffs on everything, and ultimate is a part of that reason, so yeah, make sure you level it. Now this branch of traces is not necessary, but I did it just because of the effect hit rate boost. You don't have to if you think this is a waste, but if you want, feel free to get it. Although I would not advise getting this effect hit rate buff, because to spend this much trace materials, I just don't think it's worth it. Although if you want that high investment in your Pela, even though it doesn't help much, feel free to go for it. Now, last but not the least, her relics. So it's pretty straightforward. For her set, just farm this domain for traversing hackerspace, because these are the 2 sets that you want. You want the speed and something to help her survive, sustainability. And since these 2 sets are within the same domain, Plunge's Disciple is definitely the easiest option to go for. For the main stats, on your body piece you want effect hit rate, on boots just go for speed. Your planar set can either be Broken Keel or Fleet of Ageless. I usually like going for Broken Keel for everything, but if I'm going for effect resistance hard, then feel free to use Fleet of Ageless. Oh yeah, and of course for the Link Rope, just go for energy regeneration rates and you'll be fine. Now the last important thing I want to talk about, probably the most important thing, is her substats. So you should aim for your Pela to have about 67% effect hit rate, actually 57, not 67, because you'll get plus 10% just from this trace, that's why it's so important. Yes, this affects Pela too, and that's really not hard to achieve. Like my Pela's got 50% and this is the only effect hit rate I get, that, and I think, yeah, here, plus 3.4%. You know, it's not that important to go exactly at 67%, 60% will be absolutely fine, you're not gonna miss any shots. And some other substats that you should focus on, more important ones, are speed, effect resistance and HP. I think those 3 are the most important ones, speed being the best one, because if you have 170 speed Pela, she's gonna apply a lot of debuffs, and your Acheron's gonna be quite happy with that. Like, recharging that ultimate faster could be very helpful. So make sure you get a lot of speed on your Pela. For the endgame builds, I would advise having some leveled up speed on every single artifact, relic, and that should be the main subs that you focus on when searching for the right relic. But you should also look at your HP percent and effect resistance, especially if you run broken kill, because your Pela needs to survive. So HP is gonna prove quite useful, and effect resistance to block debuffs on your Pela, that's always welcome, especially if you use broken kill for that crit damage for the rest of the party. Those are the stats that you should focus on, and that's pretty much it for your Pela guide. It's pretty simple, just try to get over 161 speed on her, and that's how you build your Pela for your Acheron. How you build your Pela for pretty much everybody, but you should aim for a lot of speed if you play her with Acheron, because you want to apply as much debuffs as possible while the Pela is on the field. So yeah, if you find this video useful, please leave a like, subscribe, and as always, see you tomorrow. Bye!